As you know, over the past century, medicine has come very far. Many deadly diseases are diagnosed and successfully treated. However, there are still cases when an illness remains a mystery, whether because the disease hasn't been studied yet, or due to insufficient understanding, or worst of all, when doctors simply do not believe a patient is experiencing a health problem. This happened to 16-year-old Haley. The doctors simply gave up on the girl because they thought that she had invented her illness trying to get attention. They said it was psychosomatic and sent her home, saying that the pain would go away on its own. Haley suffered with her pain alone for a whole year. Only thanks to one chance meeting did everything start to improve. But let's start from the very beginning. At 16, Haley was a very active girl. She was fond of swimming and showed great promise to do it professionally. However, her dreams were not destined to come true. One day, as usual, she had breakfast in the morning, kissed her parents before leaving, and then went to the pool to train. However, when she dove into the water, she felt a terrible stab of pain in her side. She didn't think too much about it, maybe she had just turned wrong and pulled a muscle. But by the end of the workout, the pain only got worse. She tried to push through, but then could barely get out of the pool because the pain was so intense. Having arrived home, Haley could hardly change her clothes and spent the rest of the day in bed, unable to even roll over due to severe pain in her side. Haley's parents, Brian and Beth, were worried about their daughter, and the next day they took her to the clinic for a full medical examination. Haley had nightmares that night because of the pain. She slept very poorly, and the next morning she was weak and tired. With the help of her father, she was able to get out of bed, and they went to the clinic. There, she was prescribed a comprehensive ultrasound scan to check all internal organs and muscle condition, but the examination showed nothing unusual. After receiving the results, the doctor summoned the family to tell them that nothing was damaged, just rest and recover, then the pain would subside on its own. Upon arriving home, Haley went up to her room and immediately went to bed. Each movement brought her incredible pain. A week passed like this. She was incredibly exhausted as she couldn't eat or sleep due to the pain. Seeing how their daughter was suffering, her parents decided to get a second opinion. Having arrived at a different clinic, Haley underwent a new comprehensive examination, but it also showed nothing. The parents were confused. They saw how their daughter was suffering, but why can't doctors determine what is causing these severe pains? A third doctor expressed his theory that all these pains are of a psychosomatic nature, that is, they are caused by Haley's subconscious, that in fact nothing is wrong and she simply makes up the pain, that they should go to a psychotherapist to determine what prompts the girl to invent such a disease for herself. Haley was shocked. She screamed that she was not crazy, that she was actually in pain. And the doctor said that psychosomatics work just like that the patient first invents a disease, then they themselves start believing in it, and then it manifests itself with all the symptoms. It is likely that the girl really experiences these pains, but the nature of these pains is hidden not in the physical state, but in the girl's head. One can only imagine what was going on in Haley's head when these terrible words were said to her. By that time, she had lost several months of her life due to being unable to move without feeling pain, and this doctor was trying to tell her that she was making it all up. All the way home, she cried in the car, trying to assure her parents that she was not crazy, that she was not making up her pain, that the doctors simply could not determine the true cause and therefore blamed her. Of course, her parents believed her, and deep down they suffered because they could not help their daughter in any way. A year passed like this, and Haley only got worse. She had given up on training as well as school. Her parents spent every day searching the internet for medical websites and forums, trying to find some clue as to what could be causing Haley's pain, but nothing was found. It got to the point that Brian blamed himself for everything because it was he that got her to start swimming all those years ago, and perhaps it was the excessive exercise that caused her pain. Beth wrote to all kinds of medical publications and institutes, describing in detail all the symptoms of her daughter in the hope that there would be a specialist who could help them. And so, on one of the sites, they met Dr. Lisa McMahon from Arizona. She very quickly diagnosed the girl with an extremely rare disease of dislocation of the rib, due to which the cartilage surrounding the lower part of the chest was not motionless as it should be, and therefore caused enormous and constant pain. The girl needed an operation, which Dr. McMahon agreed to perform. Of course, at first, the parents could not believe that it was so easy and simple to diagnose their daughter when other doctors could not determine it for so long. But this was their last hope to help their daughter, so they agreed to bring Haley in to confirm the diagnosis and follow through with the operation. Her parents wondered how this doctor managed to diagnose with such ease and speed. It turned out that the doctor, like Haley, also suffered from unbearable pain at the age of 16 that other doctors could not diagnose, except one who carried out the needed operation. After that, Lisa decided to become a doctor herself and study rare diseases in order to help others whose ailments aren't understood. Dr. McMahon has given many years of her life studying rare diseases, and over the years of her practice, she has helped a large number of people regain their health. This time, she helped Haley too, performing the operation and fixing a problem that had prevented the young girl from fully living her life over the past year. The operation was successful, and Haley was on the mend very quickly. For the first time in a long time, the girl no longer experienced such terrible pain. She was immensely grateful that fate brought her to Dr. McMahon, who not only did not remain indifferent to the girl's problems, but was also able to solve them and help Haley to recover. Friends, if you enjoyed this story, please like it, write your comments, and leave any reactions under the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet, and be sure to click on the bell icon so as not to miss our new stories which we have prepared especially for you.